people. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Arsenal news, Arsenal transfer updates, discussions, all that good stuff. Of course, hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend. Has had a fantastic weekend, to be honest, because the weekend is about to come to an end. Because it's Sunday, it's August the 4th. And yeah, it's been quite slow day, and it was actually quite slow day yesterday also in terms of transfers. But overall, Arsenal are in, I don't want to say advancing in the moves, but they are definitely failing some. So that is the big one at the moment. And today, obviously, we have been linked with about billion players still, and it's not looking great. It's Edu Gaspar, all eyes on him. 13 days till Premier League kicks off for Arsenal against Wolves at the Emirates, and we still haven't signed the proper players, and we still haven't sold the players that need to be sold. So definitely there's a lot of stuff to talk about, discuss, in a way be also annoyed with, because we are moving very slow. Took us nearly 2 months to sign Calafiori, taken us a month almost to sign Merino, and he still hasn't been over the line. So definitely it will take some time by the looks of things. So it is what it is at the end of the day, but yeah, what can you do? I guess we have to sit patient, because we cannot speed up the process. We cannot pay in terms of other people. Wish we could just go and throw money on the table, but Arsenal don't want to act like a big club. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, but there is stuff to talk about, so let's definitely talk about it. And of course, if you're new out here, don't forget to smash a thumbs up, definitely like the thing, subscribe, everything, share it, don't forget to interact in the chat with the comments and everything. And let's not drag this too long than it has to be. Let's get straight into it. And we are, kicking things off, not with that, wrong button, my bad. We are kicking things off with Edu Nketiah, of course, Edu Nketiah, who else? And according to Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal have rejected the third bid for Edu Nketiah in amount of 27 million euros, which is about 23 million pounds, which seems like a very good deal, to be honest, for me, because that is a player you cannot expect to get too much out from. And now it's looking very bleak, because Marseille have been linked with Moukoko. They're talking with Borussia Dortmund to take him on a loan with obligation or option to buy at the end of the season. And now where we are, because there are now talks starting to circulate that actually Marseille might pull out of the deal, and they are already assessing the options to go elsewhere. Arsenal rejected 27 million euro bid, 23 million pounds for Edu Nketiah, especially since the wages are not a problem according to reports. The personal terms already have been agreed upon, although as it was reported beforehand. But also Fabrizio Romano says Olympique Marseille agreed personal terms with Edu Nketiah, but still no agreement with Arsenal. So everything is in place. Arsenal just need to sit down, sign the thing, and accept the deal. But Arsenal value him around 30 million pounds, which is around 35 million euros, which means they want 8 million more than they have already been offered once again. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this is the third offer. First one was around 15, 17, then they came back with a bit increase, and now it's 27 million. Arsenal all the times have shut them down. In the meantime, Marseille have signed Mason Greenwood for the same amount they are offering for Edu Nketiah, or even less. They are about to sign, by the looks of things, Moukoko. And now it is the thing. They wanted Nketiah, at the same time they have other options to go after. And if they cannot sign him, it's done. It's genuinely done. They will pull out the deal, and then everything, as they say, shit's about to hit the fan. Because there isn't other takers. Marseille is the only club in the latest few weeks that has been linked properly with Arsenal. Edu Nketiah moving to Marseille from Arsenal, because there were rumors about Fulham, Crystal Palace, West Ham, but it's not happening. West Ham just signed Fulkrug, so they don't need a striker. We don't still know what's going to happen with Crystal Palace, but it does look like it's going to happen as well. And of course, Fulham, they don't need him. In a way, they genuinely don't need him. So Marseille was the only reasonable option. And now Arsenal, by the looks of things, are pulling out of the deal. Not pulling out, they have rejected 3 bids, and Marseille are considering that, screw this, we don't need to waste our time. Our season is about to kick off as well. The window is starting to shut down. We have wasted nearly 2 weeks on this deal, and we don't want to waste any more. That is the big thing here, because at the moment, yes, you could sit and say, yes, Arsenal, job well done. You have set a value and you don't want to drop below it. But at the same time, just sell the player. If you have put him on the market to being sold, at some point you need to say, screw this, cut the losses, even if it's 2-3 million, which to be honest for Arsenal is nothing in a way, and just sell him. But now it looks like, especially if Marseille pull out, Edu Nketiah is staying at Arsenal by the looks of things at the moment because there are no other reports linking with him with anyone else. And he will be another year at Arsenal for us being another striker. And that means nothing. We won't sign a forward then. We won't sign another striker then. And that is the big thing. That is the big thing why Arsenal need to do something. They need to genuinely swallow their pride. Genuinely, although we act like we have no pride, we generally are scared to do any business in the transfer market. We are negotiating over 2 million to save 2 million. Genuinely, yet at the same time, we don't want to sell. You don't want to sell players to get those 2 million. Plus, it's Edu Nketiah, Haaland graduate. It's pure profit, no matter what money you sell him for. Yes, I admit, maybe 13 to 15 million wasn't the right price. Okay, but they have increased the price by about 10 million nearly. So why wouldn't you sell him? Because he is not going to get kick of the game at this season based on the reports. The fact that Arteta wants to sell him. Because in the previous years, they generally feel like Edu Nketiah was like the son that, I don't know, the favorite son of Mikel Arteta because he got subbed on all the time. He was doing everywhere. He was traveling everywhere. And he was subbed on as a super sub to save our season against Bayern Munich. And that went well. Genuinely, Edu Nketiah, he has scored 5 goals last season, 4 goals the season before that, and 5 goals season even before that. In about 6-7 seasons at Arsenal, he has scored 19 goals overall over 7 seasons. So basically 2.5 goals per season, a bit more. So if you can get 27 million euros, 23 million pounds for him, do it. Genuinely do it. Because at the moment, it makes no sense whatsoever to reject this deal. At least from my point of view. Yes, you have a value. Yes, you want to sell for the value you have set. But at this time, at this moment, specifically in this time, you are risking for Marseille pulling out of the deal and you being left with Edu Nketiah. And that's it. Which again means at the end of the day, we are not about to sign a replacement for him. Or even a forward. Because according to reports, Arsenal have no money. Yet at the same time, reports are saying Arsenal have a war chest of 200 million. We have spent about 100 million of that if we sign Merino. So where's the rest of the money then? It's neither or. Genuinely, it feels like there is neither or in this regard. Big up, Nick. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Yeah, so Edu Nketiah now is one of a thorn basically in Arsenal's side. Big one. Because especially if he stays and he doesn't get sold. And I'm not sure what's gonna happen now. Genuinely. Because this is not looking bright. This is genuinely not looking bright. Because I'm not sure that Marseille will come in for Edu Nketiah with the 4th. Another bid. And even then it might be less than Arsenal want for him. So, I don't know. Arsenal, I get why Arsenal are doing this. Why they are playing hardball and doing all this stuff. But at the same time you need to find a balance. Because with this rejection of the 27 million euros, you are taking a risk where there is more, where there's more pain than actual reward. Yes, the higher the risk, the higher the reward. But at the same time, the higher are the losses. And in this instance, the losses might be much, much higher than the wins in this instance. There's no wins in this instance. No rewards in this instance if Edu Nketiah stays. So, have to wait and see because this is not looking good. This is looking very, very bleak. Moving on to Riccardo Calafiori a bit. According to reports, Riccardo Calafiori has set new records at Arsenal's training ground, basically. Aerobic lung capacity, whatever that means, and 40-meter sprint. He has also tied Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba leg press and chest press at the maximum setting. On paper, it all sounds cool, right? At the same time, year and a half ago when we signed Jakub Kiwior, something similar came out with saying he has beat Theo Walcott's record at, I don't know, 100 meters, 60 meters, whatever, the sprint race for Arsenal players who have played here and trained here. At the same time, I'm watching him at the Emirates or whatever ground he plays, getting cooked by almost every single player he faces on speed, with the ball as well, genuinely. Because if you get generally, Kivior has been run by players that actually are not that fast, yet at the same time they're saying he has beat Walcott's record at pace. Generally, it sounds good on paper, but on the pitch it's a whole different story, genuinely. And it's actually quite embarrassing in that instance, because you put out this PR that he's so fast, so everything, yet he gets passed by Granit Xhaka when he's on the pitch. Make it make sense. Genuinely, make it make sense. But, to be honest, if this is true and everything, at the same time, 40 meters sprint, that's great. Just mean, can you show me this on the pitch? Because we had something similar with Kivior and it meant nothing. Aerobic lung capacity means he can run for days, he has a good engine on him. That is actually kind of good, because at the end of the day, we are one of the teams that tends to sub off their left backs quite often. Obviously, we have very awful left backs in a way, with Simba being injured, having Kivior, Zinchenko, God forbid he's still here by the end of the window, by the way, and Tomiyasu there. But overall, if he can do that and we can keep intact our whole back line for the whole 90, that's actually fantastic in a way. And he has tied Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba's leg press and chest press at the maximum setting, which actually means that we have actually 3 good strong defenders, which also means there's a possibility that maybe we could play some 3 at the back action there. And that actually would be quite interesting to see, because we haven't seen Arsenal 3 back / 5 back since the time when Arteta just took over. He had inherited the squad from Emery and Wenger, and the team he had and the way he played that 3 / 5 back when he won the FA Cup. Generally, it would be actually quite interesting to see what would happen if Arteta would in some instances revert and change his strategy, maybe not play the 4-2-3-1 / 4-3-3 and then change it into a square and invert and do the diamonds and everything, but full on start the game with 3 at the back / 5 at the back and go from there. Because I generally believe that under Mikel Arteta, there is always plan A, and when it falls flat, there is no plan B. And I generally would love to see getting plan B and C, and that is the case. Because even as subs, when we sub players on, we don't have plan B or C. Because remember when we were, for example, under Arsene Wenger, at top we used to play Walcott or Giroud. It was our plan A or plan B. The odd thing about this was, though, when we had Giroud up top, we were playing in him through balls to chase the ball, yet when we subbed off Giroud and subbed on Walcott, we were crossing the ball like no tomorrow. So it kind of didn't make sense in that instance. But at the same time, having plans B and plan Cs, that is something I want to see this season from Arsenal. Even more, because I've been begging for this for 3 years now, and I still haven't seen it. We just seen new signings, same things, same strategies, because we still haven't a proper plan in place how to beat drop at the back and 10 depth and everyone in the box. Low block. We still haven't done that because we still struggle with it very, very much. Obviously, it's meant to be that way, but we still over the years haven't seen a proper tactics how to beat that. We somehow managed to get 1 or 2 odd chances here or there and capitalize on them most of the time. But at the same time, there will become a point when we will hit the roadblock and we can't do it anymore. And then we need those plan B, C, D, or E, or whatever. And I'm not sure we actually have that. I have never seen we having that. So that is also a big instance in this case. Moving on to another striker. We have been linked with Joao Pedro if Edu Nketiah leaves the club. That is according to Football Transfers. Brighton, Joao Pedro. Now, question for you a lot in the chat. Would you take Joao Pedro at Arsenal? That is my question to you. Because for me, I would not. Genuinely, I would not. Because at the moment where Arsenal are at the moment, in this instance, we need a player that can score goals for fun pretty much and can win us games. Score 20 goals a season, 25 goals a season. Joao Pedro is nowhere near that. Mind you, he's the perfect age for Mikel Arteta's phases again. Because he's 22 and he would be another project player. But this again doesn't make sense in a way, because we are in phase 5, why would we sign a player for phase 1? Yes, you need development, you need depth for the future and everything, but at the same time, we need to win now, because this is the season. Win it or get sacked for me, because in my opinion he should have been gone before that, but let's be real, he is never gonna get that. He might not even get it if we don't do anything this season, again, but we need to sign proven winners, goal scorers, and proven experience. Joao Pedro for me is another project player. And why would we sell a 25-year-old to sign a 22-year-old? I have no idea. Because the goal scoring record on both of those players is the same. Genuinely. I think I've looked at him before. Yeah, I looked at him before. Because Edu Nketiah in the last 3 seasons has scored 5 goals, 4 goals, and 5 goals. And in Premier League, Joao Pedro has scored 9 goals last season, which is not actually that bad, but he played quite a bit of minutes, and 3 goals for Watford, but it's Watford, so we don't take that into account. Proper team, last season, 9 goals, 3 assists, and he's worth 50 million. 50 million! 45 million euros, but most likely they would be around 50 million. For me, it's a no. For me, it's a genuine no. It's another player that will just be some type of player, not to increase anything, not to improve anything. Basically, just another project player to develop, to make him grow and do everything. And if we sign this player, right? For me, much rather, I would have tried and do anything impossible to keep Chidobe Martin. Would be the same instance. Plus, Chidobe Martin is 6 years younger than him. Could have easily molded and give him the experience. In my opinion, but that's just me. Genuinely, that's just me. No. What did I save this? Oh, this was in relation with Federico Chiesa. We're gonna touch on him, no Didi, in a second. Here's the thing. Arsenal are demanding at least 35 million euros for Edward and Nketiah. Oi, big up Pepper. Big up Pepper. Big up. Arsenal won 35 million euros. Wait, let's check. Euro to USD. To pounds, sorry. You won't see this most likely because the screen is covered. But 35 million euros is 30 million pounds nearly. So basically, Arsenal want Marseille to increase their offer from 23 million pounds, which is 27 million euros, to 30 million pounds, which is 35 million euros. Anyone see that happening? At all? Anyone can see that happening? 35 million euros, which is 30 million pounds. Exactly. What are they smoking at headquarters? 35 million for Nketiah. 35 million euros, mind you. It's 30 million pounds. Exactly. And that is the thing. If Marseille offer 27 million euros, take the money and run. That's 23 million pounds. 23 million pounds. Because since we reject this offer, rumors are starting to circulate that Marseille are potentially pulling out of the deal. And then what? Next year in Champions League we're gonna sub him against Real Madrid to score the winning goal? Or what? 100k a week, personal terms, no issue with Marseille by the way, just need to agree on a fee. Just do the deal. That's it. He's a Helen graduate. It's pure profit. Genuinely, you are not losing money. You're actually gaining money. But hey ho, it is what it is. It is what it is, I guess. Wouldn't surprise me if he's staying at Arsenal for a bit more. On top of that, understand that Arsenal want not just 35 million, but they also want sell-on clause. They also want sell-on clause in this instance for Edu Nketiah. Sell-on clause, which is, I'm cool with this by the way. Genuinely, I'm cool with this. But for Marseille it makes no sense, because they're gonna pay him a massive amount of money for wages. They're gonna, in their opinion, overpay if they want to sign him. So they will lose even more money. That's why Arsenal decided to reject 27 million proposal revealed on Friday. Only because they want 35 plus sell-on clause. This is another way Arsenal managed to shoot themselves in the foot, in some instance. Because we generally saw, We just don't do this in transfer markets. We saw this in the games. It happened against Villarreal, against Emery in Europa League. Happened against Olympiacos. Had the same thing. We won away, then we just we lost at home. Happened against Monaco in Champions League. We did it well away and we ruined ourselves at home and everything. It's just mad. It's genuinely mad. But this is peak madness here. Genuine peak madness here, in my opinion. Turning down 27 million is like turning down Sydney Sweeney because you think Scarlett basic. Kinda gay. Dude, you're in. You're in. Although it might be in DMs, you know. Might be in DMs. Slide in then. Slide in then. Go for it. You have your shot. You have an opening. This one. Arsenal are monitoring Julian Alvarez situation at Manchester City. Now, first things first. He would cost around 75 million. Okay, that makes sense. But most likely he's going to Atletico Madrid. PSG are also interested, right? For me, it makes no sense why Arsenal would go for him. Because it's 70 million down the drain, first things first, and no song about this, don't you dare. Second of all, he legit is Argentinian Gabriel Jesus if he signs for Arsenal. Because Julian Alvarez has been at Premier League for 2 seasons. Last season was his best season points-wise for Manchester City, scoring 11 goals and giving out 9 assists. So basically 20 points. Basically less than the Jesus when he scored 14 goals and gave 9 assists, but he was best outcome as well. So technically he's worse, he would have points-wise at least. He's done worse than Gabriel Jesus. Plus on top of that, 70 million. 70 million for him. The big thing for me is I don't want City players. Because if Manchester City are ready to sell a player, it means Pep doesn't envision him in the team. He sees already 2, 3, 4 steps ahead, like playing chess. That he's not good enough, what he is missing, and why this player is holding back his team. Because you have to remember last season, some time of the season, Haaland was injured as well for City. And Alvarez played. And he still only managed to get 11 goals and 9 assists. Still less than Gabriel Jesus at his best season. And they won 70 million. It genuinely, for me, is a no. I don't want City players. It generally smells of another setup. Full on. Alvarez is not bad. We need for... No. For me, no. No. For me, no. No offense, Taden, but I don't want Federico Chiesa. After that injury he had, which put him out for a year and a half, he just is looking like shadow of himself. He's very injury prone now. Plus, on top of that, he has lost a massive amount of pace. He has made, with that injury, it has held him back, and he has lost a level, or even 2 maybe levels, especially pace-wise. Because before that injury, how he was playing, he was incredible for Juventus, incredible for Fiorentina, incredible for Italy's national team. As soon as he got that injury, Juventus started to struggle in attack. Italy looked very struggleful in attack, and that was it. Even in Euros, he didn't look like himself. Yes, he was creating some dangerous situations, but overall, the pace, he just doesn't have it anymore. He has the tech maybe a bit more still and everything, but overall, for me, he is missing. He has lost something which made him special and that desirable. And now it's just, he's a bit of a shadow of himself he used to be, and for me, it's a no-go, personally. Especially if he comes to Premier League, which is more physical and much more demanding league on a player, and one tackle could send him out for months again. I don't think he would survive, let's just say 2-3 tackles that Saka receives 2-3 times every single game. I genuinely don't believe so. He will snap at some point, fully. And I don't mean mentally or anything, just injury-wise. He would snap, in my opinion, fully. Yeah, generally feels that Gyökeres a bit has gone on quiet, but there are links still there, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Chiesa is not at the level... Yeah, for me, definitely he's not at the level he used to be. We now Chiesa, although we got I like this. Yeah, here it is, Chiesa as well. It was here. Thiago Motta confirms Chiesa and all other players not called up for today's game, not part of the project. So basically, he says he's available to be bought, about 20 to 25 million or something like that. But for me, it's just not it. And Xavi Simons we are not getting because he wants to go back on loan to RB Leipzig, and RB Leipzig with PSG have agreed already almost on terms. They are discussing it as I'm streaming right now, and it should be done very very soon. He's going back on loan to RB Leipzig according to Fabrizio Romano and other reports, because I think it's somewhere here. I'm gonna show you. It's somewhere. Here's Moukoko to Marseille, by the way. Here we go soon. Has decided to join Olympic Marseille. Here we go. Where is it? Mittelstadt, Moukoko. Yeah, Nicolas Pepe has joined Villarreal, by the way. The opening video, announcement video, is actually kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. Emerson Royal, Eki, Fernandez, no, Roque, no. Here we go. See? Xavi Simons to RB Leipzig from PSG is a here we go. Medical booked early next week for Xavi Simons. Has also informed Bayern in the recent hours he's returning to Leipzig despite Premier League clubs' late calls. As revealed in April, it will be a loan move with no buy clauses. He is joining RB Leipzig back, basically. That pretty much is confirmed, done, and dusted in this instance. That is the case. Julian Alvarez as a where? As a midfielder, which midfield you want to use him? Number 8? I don't see that, because we are signing Merino, so it makes no sense using Alvarez as number 8, because he actually wouldn't work there. He needs to also do some defensive work. I'm not sure he's definitely not cut out for it. As a backup for Bukayo Saka? No thanks. 70 million for just that? No thanks. Might as well then use Gabriel Jesus there. And as a number 9, then you 70 million, might as well go and sign Gyökeres for 80 million. Or sign someone else. Exactly, Pep has tried him in midfield. It's similar what Arteta did with Kai Havertz. Tried in midfield, failed miserably, put him out at number 9, performances improved. As soon as he played him in midfield again against Villa, what happened? We lost 2-0. In the midst of things where we were pumping teams 6-0, 5-0, everything. One game, he went from number 9 into midfield, done, we got schooled, and we lost the title. That's it. Genuinely. All we had to do was beat Villa there, and we would have won the title. But hey ho. Arteta shot himself in the foot once again. Anything else? Now we move on. Emil Smith Rowe has been unveiled as Fulham player, by the way. There was some videos circulating how he reunites with ex-Arsenal players in Alex Iwobi, in Bernd Leno. There already was some banter going on and all that stuff, so it is what it is. He will get number 32, so it is what it is. We'll have to see how he does at Fulham, by the way. Talking on Mikel Merino, here it is. Daily Merino continues to take shape on this channel. Mikel Merino has agreed to join Arsenal and is no longer negotiating with Spanish clubs, despite having possibilities with Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. He basically believes in Mikel Arteta's plan, his phases, and all that stuff. Arteta is transmitting the belief that this is the right place for him, basically. And Merino wants to go to Arsenal and work under Mikel Arteta. That is confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, and it looks like the deal might be done during this week, by the looks of things at least. Genuinely, it was banter era reunion. There was a video when Emil Smith Rowe was doing medicals or something. Leno came in and did something and everything. No chance in... Why don't you trust Ethan Wanyeri? He's better than Merino. First of all, Merino. Wanyeri is 17. Second of all, he needs a lot to learn. Third of all, he won't be starting in Premier League against big sides. We need calmness, experience, and professionalism in there, so Merino most likely will do that. Fourth of all, Merino just won Euros. So he He has some winning pedigree. He's one of the main guys in Real Sociedad's middle, although not the best. For me, Zubimendi is much better than him, but we can't sign Zubimendi because Zubimendi wants to stay there. By the way, watch Zubimendi next season go to Atletico Madrid or Barcelona. Already can bookmark this. I think it's gonna happen. Vangueri is just not that ready to become full-on starting player for Arsenal in this title charge. Yes, you can say that we did that with Cesc Fabregas and everything, but Cesc Fabregas was better than Vangueri at this age already, and he could carry the team then. Especially in those times, Cesc Fabregas was on a different level. Vangueri, for me, is just not ready. Arteta also knows that. But even then, we need to sign midfielders. We are very short in that department, so signing someone definitely won't be bad. Exactly. Leno, Iwobi, Emil Smith Rowe, William, they're building second string Arsenal team there. Exactly. There are quite a bit of ex-Arsenal players. It will be very interesting to see what's going to happen with that. How actually Fulham look next season will be very interesting because they are signing some decent players. If only they still had Mitrovic up top, then it would be very interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, anything else? Fabrizio Romano on his podcast yesterday also said that Arsenal remain really confident to close Mikel Merino deal in next days. So basically very soon, in the coming days, it should be done. Arsenal have an agreement close to Real Sociedad on a package of Merino, something around 30 million euros. 30 million euros, that's what, 26 million pounds, something like that. Which overall for Merino in general, for Euro, is actually a pretty decent price. I would say that is actually a decent signing, just for the price-wise. He's maybe not raising our ceiling for the team in general, but he's definitely raising the floor and decreases the gap between bench and starting 11 in that instance for sure. More on Alvarez, nobody cares. We already talked about Edu Nketiah. William Saliba has returned to training, by the way. That is nice to see. I was waiting to see that happen. Saliba, Rice, basically every single player has returned to training. I haven't seen Bukayo Saka though. That is very different one. That is a weird one. But maybe I have just not seen the pictures, but Saka is back. We need to see Nketiah, please. Tierney, Nelson, and Jakob. Saka is there? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Then I just missed it basically. Yeah. Then I just haven't seen the pictures. We need to see Nketiah, please. Tierney, Nelson, and Kivior. See where? Leaving? Like, get out of the club? Or what? See them leaving or what? Because for me, all these 1, 2, 3, 4 players can easily leave for me. For me, they can get sold. Nketiah could have got 23 million. Tierney for something. Nelson as well. Now everything has gone very quiet on that front. Jakub Kivior, someone has to go. Generally, someone has to go. Either Zinchenko, either Kivior. Someone has to go. For me, it would be Zinchenko, but we all know that he is Arteta's love child or something like that since City days, so he's not leaving, most likely. And if I see, actually, by the way, Zinchenko at left back in season, not just preseason, in season, during the season, or the videos and streams will be wild. Just saying that now. Well, basically, nothing special. Arsenal are monitoring the situation. Basically, will City demand a deal? Suggestions are that City would demand a deal around 80 million pounds for the player. PSG and Atletico Madrid are also interested. PSG are more interested than any other team. And it could happen more to Atletico Madrid. PSG is a further interest. Doesn't look very realistic, but who knows? It's PSG. They can drop money whenever they want. Arsenal are monitoring the situation as always, but I don't see it happening. Arsenal won't drop 80 million on a player, mostly because Arteta has said himself that Arsenal won't do in this transfer window such a caliber deal that we did last season with Declan Rice. It was 105 million, and Arteta has said we won't do such a massive deal this season. Either it was just a smokescreen or truth remains to be seen. But if we are ready to drop 80 million on Julian Alvarez, I much rather see us drop 80 million or Gyökeres. Yes, he might not be ready just yet, but he looks like a proper finisher. Yeah, Arsenal want to ship out Kiwi, but he's holding on. Kiwi apparently is not ripe. Kiwi is not ripe at all. Yeah, that's the thing. Zinchenko must be important for some other non-footballing reason. According to reports, he's a leader in the dressing room, he keeps up the morale and stuff like that. Basically being a politician. Well, ironic enough, isn't it? So that is everything. I saw a tweet saying that Josh Kroenke texted Arteta that it's Arsenal's turn to win this year. Pressure's on. Yeah, because Arsenal is the only team that Kroenke's own that has won nothing. Because Rapids have won, Colorado Rapids, Colorado Avalanche has won the NHL, Denver Nuggets have won NBA, their lacrosse or whatever the team, the fourth one they have, also has won a title. Only team that they have that hasn't won anything is Arsenal, ironically enough. So, the pressure is on Mikel. Full on pressure is on Mikel. And Josh has texted himself that he thinks Arsenal, not he thinks, but Arsenal's turn this year to win Premier League. It's Arsenal's turn. So, no pressure, Mikel. No pressure. Let's see. Will this be another year when Mikel and Arsenal fall under the pressure or not? Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, Arsenal have rejected latest proposal for Eddie and understood the... Yeah, we already talked about that. This was very interesting. I like this tweet because I wanted to talk about it. Arsenal fans parading the stick to the valuation line on the timeline over Nketiah because they think Bournemouth and Brighton are going to give us over £30 million for a 25-year-old with his goal record. Basically, Edu Nketiah has scored 19 goals in 7 seasons at Arsenal. And there are fans in Arsenal fan base who think that Brighton or Bournemouth will pay 30 million for him. Huh? You good? Lay off the thing you're on and open your eyes, please. One thing I could see, because recently I have seen this, by the way. Arsenal have been linked with Dominic Solanke. Arsenal are keen to sign a new striker before the transfer window slams shut and are reportedly interested in Tottenham target Dominic Solanke. As previously reported, the Gunners' top target is Victor Gyökeres, obviously, but the sky-high price tag has always made transfer difficult. Basically, he has 80 million release clauses, or something like that, even more maybe. But apparently, with Eddie leaving, there's a chance that Arsenal might sign a striker. Yeah, here it is, 86 million release clauses for Gyökeres. Arsenal aren't willing to spend that much money on Gyökeres, as a result have switched their attention to alternative striker targets, and according to Caught Offside, they have joined the race for Bournemouth striker Dominic Solanke. Now the price is the big one, because I think there was rumored to be around 60 million. 60 million pounds for Dominic Solanke. I rate Solanke, but I would rather Gyökeres. I get that. To be honest, I rate both of them, but I rate Gyökeres higher. Gyökeres, in my opinion, has higher ceiling than Solanke. That is the case, even though they're very similar age, aren't they? I just think that Gyökeres, despite scoring 40 plus goals, is just not ready to be in Premier League. Yes, it would take maybe half a season to sell in, because you cannot compare Portuguese league as pound per pound with Premier League, and their defensive efforts are worse than Premier League. But at the same time, Gyökeres has a lot of tech. He has good first touch. He can also pass if he needs to, and he is clinical in front of net. But it generally feels that he's a bit too raw. But at the same time, he can come. I wouldn't be that. Might as well go for Gyökeres. But wait. Let's check this. Genuinely, let's check this for a second. Let's check this. He could probably be changing addition. To be honest, signing him wouldn't be the worst. Yeah, see? Ideola's side would entertain a sale if they receive 65 million bid. Now, go back to this tweet, and people think that Bournemouth would be willing to pay 30 million for him. Now, hear me out here. 65 million pounds, right? 25 million for Edu Nketiah, plus 40 million in cash for Dominic Solanke right now. Would you take it or not? 40 million plus Edu Nketiah for Dominic Solanke. Would you take it or not? Would you take it or not? Question for you. Question for you a lot. Because Solanke is valued around 40 million euros, which is about 35 million pounds. Since he's English, he has scored 19 goals, he's on the uprise, technically. 26 years old still, so he has good like 6 years in him. Generally could see him go for 60 to 65 million. So that raises the question. Edu Nketiah plus 40 million pounds. Yes or no? That's the big one. Because Solanke won't bear trophies, lol. To be honest, he has Premier League, UEFA Youth League, Under 17s, and Under 20 World Cup. So basically, he has almost won everything you can imagine with Under 20s and everything. Similar like Edu Nketiah, smashed like 100 goals, beat Alan Shearer's record for Under 20s, and now is the next big thing. Something in those lines. But he has won Premier League. With Liverpool, obviously. Oh no, with Chelsea. Never mind, with Chelsea it was. Why I thought it was Liverpool? Mad, I got lost in translation somewhere. He won Premier League with Chelsea in 16-17. Oh yeah, that season. Yeah. It came back. It always coming back. He won UEFA Youth League with 12 goals and UEFA 24 European Under 17s with 4 goals. UEFA Youth League winner with Chelsea 14-15. He has won actually more than most players Arsenal have. Genuinely. No kidding. But 40 million pounds plus Edu Nketiah. Yes or no for Dominic Solanke? Yes or no? Would be nice if the page loaded in. It looks a bit scuffed, while it's loading. It doesn't look too good for me. Let me know down in comments in the chat. 40 million plus to Edu Nketiah. Yes or no for Solanke since he's valued at 65 million? Would you take that? Oh, I'm sick of tired of loading. Anyways, would you take that deal or not? Tottenham also have been linked with Solanke. Richarlison continues to be linked with the way to Saudi. Could Arsenal hijack, as they like to say, a deal from Spurs? Because everyone's talking about hijacking deals for Arsenal. How about for a change, Arsenal hijack a deal from somebody else? Act like a big club. Use your cojones, if you have any, for once. Sup Mohammed, need deal. You would take the nice deal. You would take 40 million plus Edu Nketiah for Bournemouth. For Bournemouth. For Dominic Solanke. It sounds good for you? To be honest, overall, it sounds good. In general. Wait. Just quickly. How much money on is Dominic Solanke on? Or just now find only the club. Premier League. Bournemouth. We need Bournemouth, right? Let's see Bournemouth. How much money is on Solanke? Because that could explain a lot. Dominic Solanke is on, and you probably can't see it, but I will see you here, 70 grand a week. 70 grand a week. Which means he gets less than Edu Nketiah at Arsenal. He gets less than Edu Nketiah at Arsenal. Imagine that. He gets less money than Edu Nketiah by 30 grand a week. Which means he gets 1.5 million less a year than Edu Nketiah. Yeah, that's the thing. Eddie is on 30 grand more than Dominic Solanke. Solanke has obviously 65 million release clauses, so that's why we should pay 65 for him. Now the thing is, since it's release clauses, not sure we can include Nketiah in the deal. If it's simple money, then actually we could do the deal. But 70 grand. Genuinely, 70 grand a week. That is mad that Edu Nketiah is receiving more money than Dominic Solanke. That is just wild. Anyways, here is the thing. This is very worrying, by the way, for me personally. Squad sizes of the Premier League Big Six sides. Chelsea has 41 players, Liverpool have 30, Spurs have 30, City have 29, Man United have 28, and then there's Arsenal. 24 players, and that is a big issue for me. Which just proves that our team is lacking depth massively. Not to mention just quality, but depth in general. It would be one thing if we had the depth but didn't have quality, but we have no depth and no quality. Just overall, if you think about it. Because Chelsea can build 3 squads easily, plus have subs. Any other team can build 2.5 squads, or build 2 squads and have proper subs. Arsenal can barely build 2 proper squads and have 2 subs overall. The depth in Arsenal's team, main squad by the way, that's not overall, just the main squad, is actually laughable. Genuinely laughable. Because Chelsea have 1.5 times more. This is not very good when you play in 4 competitions every single season. Premier League, Carabao, FA and Champions League. 4 competitions and 24 players overall. This is not good. Genuinely not good. That is actually very worrying stat in general. And of course, the last one in general when I talked about, Nicolas Pepe has signed a deal, 2-year deal with Villarreal. This is a big one because the introduction video is actually kind of nice, quite cold in a way. I really like the introduction video. I watch La Liga every single time I can, so basically every week together with Premier League. Usually I have one monitor in Prem and second monitor in La Liga, and if the games are at the same time, I'm doing split screen, so I have sometimes 4 to 6 games open at the same time. But overall, yeah, it's actually mad. I generally want him to succeed there. We paid 72 million for the guy, and he actually wasn't that bad. He was just mistreated by the fans in general and mistreated by the league. Because the pressure the league put him under and the demands they demanded from him for the 72 million, the biggest signing in Arsenal history at the time, were so high that it went into Arsenal's fans' heads and they actually started demand from him. And when he didn't deliver, they instantly turned on him. And this is the thing, because Pepe himself carried us through Europa League at that 1 year, scoring 2 free kick goals against, was it Sporting Lisbon if I'm not mistaken even at the time, and everything. He was very, very good. And I genuinely believe if he actually could have stayed at Arsenal under circumstances, he actually would have been a very good replacement for Bukayo Saka as a backup. The issue was the inconsistencies and everything he had in his performances. Sometimes he was on fire, first touch immaculate, very good finisher, good take and everything. Yet at some games, he just looked like he couldn't be bothered. Genuinely, it just looked that way. And that is why basically Mikel Arteta most likely let him go. But I genuinely believe that he actually could have been a very good backup for Bukayo Saka in general. I have no shadow of a doubt in my mind for that. I really wish he could have stayed at Arsenal and actually prove his worth. Genuinely. Because if you look at him, 72 million, and then you compare him to 110 million Mudryk and 100 million Anthony, he's world class basically. From what Anthony and Mudryk have done in Premier League in this time, and what Pepe has done for Arsenal at the time he was there. He basically is world class if you compare those 3 in that small bubble. But it is what it is at the end of the day. This was just my wild comparison of the day basically. But yeah, wishing him best of luck at Villarreal. Definitely gonna follow extra bit more to Villarreal, even more than I follow right now. Okay, any other news from Fabrizio Romano recently? Well, we turn off to some news articles in general. Moukoko is signing. It looks like Marseille actually might pull out of the deal. Gianluca Scamacca leaves the pitch after an injury in friendly game with Atalanta. Ay, Dios mío. You need Nketiah? You want signing Nketiah, Atalanta? 25-30 million? You want Edu Nketiah maybe? Maybe we can give them Edu Nketiah. Anything else? Anything else? Nothing. Nothing. So what's happening here? Ramsdale in training. Oh hey, he's still at Arsenal. Why he hasn't been sold yet? Here, Rice, Saliba and Saka have returned. Calafiori, John Stones is my reference. Oh, here we go. One aspect of Under the Kroenke's ownership which has come together is the relationship between their teams. Oh yeah, the same technologies and stuff like that. Josh Kroenke, here we go. Josh Kroenke is privately confident Arsenal can give Manchester City an even better run for their money this season. Better run for their money. Give some money to sign us some bloody players, then we can talk. Than the previous two campaigns in particular, after noticing a trend in preceding years before some of his American teams seized the silverware. Mostly because this is... here it is. Arsenal's co-chair Josh Kroenke texted Mikel Arteta last summer, joking that this was the club's turn next to win a title. Of KSC's 6 teams they own 6 sports teams. Only Arsenal winning the Premier League remains to complete the syndicate. So basically, every single team, Colorado Rapids, Colorado Avalanche, Denver Nuggets, lacrosse team or whatever they have, LA Rams, every single team has won a title, except Arsenal. Except Arsenal. Mikel, the pressure is on. Do you think they're gonna invest 700 million into you and want to get nothing in return? Really? Really, you think so? Get over, man. This is more on Solanke, 65 million. By the way, anyone heard that Nottingham Forest want to get Edu, by the way, as CEO? They can have him, by the way. Wenger wasting time to end this. Romano offers verdict on bid for Arteta's top target with transfer expected soon. What the hell is this about? Let's see. Mikel Merino. According to reports, Arsenal are closing in to sign Merino. Arsenal remain confident. 30 million. We already talked about that, so nothing new in that department. Wait. I've been impressed by Henry as manager. He looks like he's learning his trade fast and he's now cooking. Yeah, it will be very interesting. France play Egypt in semifinals, don't they? They play against Mohamed El Neni. Yeah, Mohamed El Neni and Egypt play against them in semifinals, don't they? This will be very interesting. Perhaps he can replace Arteta next year. Oh, I don't want that. I genuinely don't want that. One thing I'm strictly against is club legends that go into management come and coach your previous clubs. That's something I don't like. Genuinely, that's something I'm categorically against. Because 99.9% of the time it ends in a failure. And that is something I don't want. I don't want the same thing happen to Henry, what happened to Patrick Vieira, what happened to Xavi at Barcelona, and everything. If maybe Cesc Fabregas proves himself at Como, if Cesc Fabregas proves himself at Como, and this season, maybe another season, maybe then I could maybe be open to idea maybe Cesc Fabregas brought here. If he wins something at Como, imagine that. That would be actually mad if Fabregas wins something before, actually, before Mikel Arteta. But very rarely a club legend in any club, when he goes into management and goes to his club where he has the legend status, he does well. And that is something I'm totally against. Because, let's be real, if Vieira came to Arsenal and he got sacked like he did at Crystal Palace or Nice or in LA or in USA, genuinely that partially ruins his legacy at Arsenal, what he has achieved as a player. And same goes for me with Thierry Henry. I don't want that. Yeah, if they improve themselves, if they show that they can win, for example, Henry wins with France the Olympics and then maybe Henry goes in different type of management and wins something there. Because coaching national team and club football is completely two different things, basically comparing apples to oranges, yeah? Then maybe if Fabregas just got promoted with Como into Serie A and now he just signed Varane, Paul Lopez, Pepe Reina, and they're big players they're actually signing, maybe past their prime but very good players still. I, to be honest, wouldn't be against Rafael Varane at Arsenal. Just a side note. If he just proves, let's just say he stays in Serie A, does well in cups, maybe wins a cup here or there, then I'm not against that at all. If he proves that he can win. Because I genuinely believe that the way Xabi Alonso came into Bayer Leverkusen and they won instantly Bundesliga in a year and a half, went invincible, won Bundesliga, destroyed Bayern, won the Deutsche Pokal, went to the finals in Europa League and everything. They got smashed there, but it is what it is. Lukman had a blinder of a day scoring hat-trick. He will go to Real Madrid at some point. There's no shadow of a doubt in my mind. Most likely after next season, together with maybe Florian Wirtz, because there are rumors maybe they might go for Wirtz as well. Real Madrid, yeah. I can see that. If Ancelotti maybe leaves and everything, there might be something, because we all know Real Madrid are ruthless if they don't win. I can see they're going there. Zidane also came up, went into management, destroyed everyone. There are very rare occasions when players go into management and do well in the clubs where they have legend status, and that's the thing. Yes, I want to see Henry go and manage a club and win some. Exactly, because it's one thing being a backup for Roberto Martinez at Belgium, coaching France on young squad or whatever you want to call it, French Olympic team. If he goes, let's just say, to, I don't even know which team, Monaco, for example, the club he's from, and with Monaco, let's just say, wins the French Cup and maybe challenges PSG for the title and stuff like that, and then goes in another season where he maybe wins the title in Champions League, does madness and everything. If he shows that he consistently can win, then it's a different story. But until then, signing managers out of nowhere, like number twos, I don't want that. We have Mikel Arteta, we have him for 5 years almost. We signed him as a player with a manager with no managerial experience whatsoever, and now we are in this dump 5 years later with one trophy in 18, 700 plus million spent, and with no merits whatsoever, basically. Luckily for Mikel Arteta, in a way, he isn't even a legend at Arsenal, so he has no legacy to ruin. But if Henry comes now, or Vieira, or someone like that, it would totally ruin their legacy at Arsenal, in my opinion. That's why I don't want that. I'm totally against that. Unless they prove they're proven winners, if they can win. Otherwise, I don't want to see them near the team whatsoever. Only as viewers, basically. Agent of Arsenal and Tottenham target leaves London empty-handed. Unstoppable star now available for 15 million. This would be good. Unstoppable star. Those PR words. Chiesa is available for 15 million. $15 million. Dominic Solanke, 65. Arsenal allegedly have linked. Spurs are also showing interest into Chiesa. Yeah, who has no future at Juventus. Thiago Motta has said that. 26-year-old. He was unstoppable by Juventus in Italy. Giorgio Chiellini. He was branded unstoppable before he got that year and a half injury. After that, he's been nothing than unstoppable. He has been very stoppable and very shaky. 20 million euros, 15 million pounds, 16 million pounds for Chiesa. I still wouldn't take him. That's how bad I don't want him. Yeah, Chiesa could do well for a top 4 chasing team if, let's just say, wait, we need a team there. I even can't name a team where he actually would do well. Because every single team that there is in top 6 chasing team have proper wingers. Genuinely, there isn't a team. Yeah. Maybe Newcastle if they sell Gordon to Liverpool. Maybe, but I still don't think so. Villa, they have Bailey. They sold Benrahma. Benrahma was West Ham, my bad. They sold Buendia, I think is still there. Yeah, exactly. 2021 was 3 years ago, plus he was injured. Only Bailey because... Wait. How come I am blanking on... Didn't they sign a proper replacement for Diaby? Diaby is gone, yes. 24-25 squad. So they have... Oh, they signed Filongi. Okay, that will be interesting how that works out. They have Bailey. Buendia, well, lol. They have Watkins. And that's it, actually. Maybe they already signed a Juventus winger, by the way. Lol. For 14 million already. Oh, that came in with... Oh, that he came with the Douglas Luiz deal. They have already done business with them. He might fit in there, but I'm not sure Emery would want him. The way Emery plays, not sure he would fit in that much. Especially the amount he would have to run and do everything. Not sure. Although he might. Who knows? Generally, who knows? X-Man City. Fabrizio Romano says Arsenal now focusing on Merino as update provided on Incredible Star. Wait. What? If the Incredible Star, that can't be anyone else. Could it? Arsenal could pursue Gyökeres this summer but are currently focusing on completing the signing of, according to Fabrizio Romano. So technically Gyökeres, Arsenal could pursue Gyökeres. No update on Arsenal's Gyökeres move. What the hell is this? Could pursue but no update. There have been some rumors going around that Arsenal are not willing to pay the release clause of Gyökeres, but all I can say is that I have no fresh updates to situation as the Gunners are currently focusing on bringing in Merino to the club. So basically Arsenal will sign Merino and go from there. They're just gonna wing it. By the looks of things, they're gonna sign Merino and then just YOLO it basically in the window. Maybe they will sell someone by the looks of things. Who knows what's gonna happen. I predict Villa to finish 6th or 7th this season. Yeah, most likely. I think the burden of playing again in four cups might actually be for them too much. Although they have made good defensive signings, they're trying to sell some defenders to bring up some money. Their midfield is decent, but maybe needs one more good player. And their attack on wings definitely is lacking. They have very young and inexperienced attack, besides Bailey and Watkins. Yeah, they need some attackers, definitely. Generally, they need some attackers. Arsenal, Mikel Merino. Timber, look back, is brilliant. Juventus boss already tracks Arsenal target after preseason. So basically, that is all about Chiesa. But I don't want Chiesa. Even for 18 million, I don't want Chiesa at Arsenal. Genuinely. How much is Chiesa on now? How much is Chiesa on now? That's the big question. How much Chiesa is on, and that also depends how much we could sign him for. Where is Chiesa? Chiesa. He's on 178 grand a week. Quite a bit, I'm not gonna lie. That's euros, that's about 150 grand a week. 165 grand a week. He's on 165 grand a week. Yeah, something like that. They might get injuries, they might get flown by, they might get dropped a bit. Definitely they will drop. But 165 grand a week for Chiesa. If he signs for Arsenal, it would have to be something similar, so 150 to 160. And for a player that's not a starter, that will rotate, that's actually very, very interesting amount that Arsenal could... Big up, Abdi. Big up. Yeah. I don't want Chiesa. Screw that. 18 million, I know it's not much, but I don't want Chiesa. Genuinely don't want Chiesa. Genuinely don't want Chiesa. Screw that. No Chiesa to Arsenal, please. Good luck with that. Genuinely, good luck with that. Good luck with that, Ageti. Good luck. Haven't seen him play, although I might. I generally don't know. But good luck with that, if that happens. Yeah, nothing else on Arsenal. It's weekend, so might be quite a slow day in that regard. But yeah, for today, I guess that will be it. So, thank you guys so much for chilling. Don't forget to smash a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share it and comment even afterwards if you're watching this on replay or a playback or whatever. 13 days, Arsenal kick off Premier League. Watch-alongs as well starting then. Arsenal versus Wolves watch-along. We'll see how it goes from there. We're going to decide on watch-alongs after that, whether we're going to do more or not. But yeah, thank you guys so much for chilling. Thank you so much for being here. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up Pepper. Big up Abdi, Adyeri. Big up everyone who joined, who commented, who was here. Have a nice evening. Enjoy your Monday. And yeah, big up Pepper. Big up. Have a nice evening. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your Sunday. See you all tomorrow and have a great day tomorrow.